Let's get fat, fat. There's a guy.
I'd rather be fat.
Nestle Toll House.
I'd rather be fat on television than not on TV at all. I'd rather cry on a Rolls Royce than be happy on a bicycle. Right?
Yeah.
Jane's like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I didn't like that movie like you guys liked it. I mean, I liked it, but I just wasn't like going nuts over it.
What?
Team America.
You liked it? You loved it?
Sure.
It was okay.
Parts.
We saw it in Sequester.
I know. We fell asleep like on the couch.
Uh-huh,
We fell asleep on the floor.
We were fat pieces of shit in sequester.
Danny, you have no idea. You were only there for like a night or two, right? All we did was, what, eat and get drunk?
Uh-huh. Yep. Wrestle on the kitchen floor.
We were out of control.
Oh, and I made fun of some people.
Who? What's that?
And Jennifer.
Yeah, you were kind of mean to Jennifer. You're like, she wants to flirt with me. You were like mean. Like
Jennifer, Jennifer came up to Howie when he first got there. What did she say?
She's being so mean.
You're being mean, huh?
He's worse in this house.
Of course we were worse in sequester house because we can get away with it. We couldn't get away with it in here.
America would have really not liked me had I shown what I said about them in the sequester house.
America hates you, Angela. No, I'm just kidding. No, they do. They hate you.
They hate you.
It was awesome.
I was so drunk during that.
That was awesome.
First night I was hammered when Bo got there.
You guys are watching the HOH competition or something. And Bobo showed up. You know the Beast Bobby?
For like the 5th fucking time.
What?
We had to watch it like a billion fucking times.
They take a
Why?
For different takes and stuff and different angles. And I was just like, guess what, guys? I get evicted. You know, it's like, let me spoil it for you.
I get evicted.
I get evicted. And then you had that.
You know, all Maggie's sincere. She's definitely a person I'll be friends with outside of the house. He said to Julie Chen.
Oh my God, I was so in the days.
Why'd you say that?
I was so in the days. Like I said, I thought that week you guys came to them to get me backdoored. I didn't think it was the other way around.
You saw it? You saw it, and they came to me, right?
Right.
Me and her laying in bed.
Like,
what the fuck?
I mean, what the hell?
Fly into the
Me
door.
and Howie, for laying in the bed like we always do. Fat pieces of shit.
Please exchange your microphone with one of the storage
And
rooms.
I'm like, what the hell? April's like, y'all do not ask him to play. We're like, okay.
Because I saw you guys up there so much that week. That was like...
That's because I was trying to get her to put up Yvette or Bo.
Because you guys were there every single day, and I was just...
Be smart.
Oh, we don't ever care.
The thing is, if she wanted the veto to be used, she should have put up a pond like Yvette and Bo because they would have for sure used it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't about getting Bo or Yvette out of the house. If we would have put them up, you would have guaranteed that the veto would have been used.
I mean, you guys weren't telling me anything. I mean, I knew I was being backdoored the moment April got it. I went to the diary room and cursed more than I'd ever cursed before up until the last veto competition. And then every time, it's like you guys were always upstairs. And
I thought for sure me and you were going up to get
Yeah, no, we thought we were going
I
up.
thought for sure we were going home.
why are they fucking up there 24 hours a day? Oh, so
We can always turn over. We can
I was
turn
trying to
over.
get her to convince, like, to put me and Bo up, or Howie and Bo up, or whatever.
we would have had the votes, but then it would have still been a tiebreaker.
No, they had the votes for it. It was just a matter of the
That was
veto
the
being used.
That was the HOH we needed.
Yeah, and that was, I should have won that one.
That was my fault that week. I
Yeah.
fucked up that week.
And
So
we all
if
fucked up
I
that
would have got to the end, it was over. It was automatic.
We all fucked up.
My
that week.
101 hockey pucks, which I was going to put down, would have won it.
My hockey
Fuck
guess
that
was
one up.
124.
6 foot question. I didn't know how many 6-footers there were in the house.
I went out on the fucking how many days we were in here.
Yup.
Oh
And if we
well.
would have just trusted you a little bit more, we would have done.
Those
Should I
little
drill
questions
them?
last
Yeah.
year. I don't want to, that's another thing where I'm just like, when will these people ever fucking learn? It's a numbers game, you know? We have to work together.
Well, if you would have won the one you threw before, the week before, we would have the numbers and you would have got to the finals with one
I had
loss.
to.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I did.
You needed
Had
us.
to what?
I had to.
Had to what?
The, Bo HOH.
You threw that one.
You threw that?
Of course.
Why?
Because they had to take you guys out also. It was the way I could continue playing both sides. Once you nominated me, there was no loyalty at all. It was just a numbers game. And I was going to sit back and watch each people do to the other side.
Yeah, but you needed us to get the sequester. Yeah, you did.
But you and Rachel were not going to make it to the end because you were the person that nominated me and Sarah. That was my goal, to make sure you and Rachel did not make it to the end at that point, since you nominated me and Sarah. It's retribution.
Yeah, but you needed us to get there.
Right, I needed, you know...
That was your fault. We messed up the numbers and you messed up again. Because you needed us to get there.
Yeah, you needed us.
You needed us.
That was stupid of you.
That was dumb.
No, because I would have been the first person you guys cut loose again, and I'd rather take on two of you instead of three of you.
No, Rachel was the first to go in our group, and you knew that.
Rachel shouldn't have been the first to go, because she was one of the best players. The nerds went after her, not because she was a good player, but because she...
The thing about it, James... neither side was going to be completely eradicated from the house. It was going to be down to the end. So
if you wanted a chance at the final two, you should have not thrown
that would have been the
that.
best thing you could have done.
No, best thing I could have done was let the nerds take out...
No, it's not, James.
Yes, it is, Jamie.
Not even close. That killed our numbers. We lost more bodies.
Idiot.
No, Howie.
Yes.
Whatever, James.
Voters, everything else.
Sequester was already... The nerds were already guaranteed a first-place victory the day you put...
No, they weren't.
No,
You
we
and I
could
were
have
at
had two of
final
us
two.
there.
Count.
Two of us could have been in the
Two of us were in
final
final two,
two.
James.
And they'd be voting on us.
Well, you know what? Those are repercussions for putting up your own team. That they, in the end,
Then you
will
shouldn't
not
have thrown
be...
it.
Well,
so
then you
we
still
would've made
didn't
it
come to your
further.
comment sets later in the game.
At that point, I'm playing for myself and not for you guys.
But
You had to play with
hold
us
on,
because
question.
we
You
had...
needed
okay,
us
you
to
beat us.
be
You
with
couldn't
you
have
to
won.
win, fuckhead.
Listen, you just said, you guys, if you trusted me more, you would have studied HOH competitions for me. So right there showed you that I was not part of the group because you guys didn't trust me enough to prepare me for HOH competitions because you didn't know what I do as an HOH. So you're both liars.
But we
trust
knew
you.
we were never coming
Your
after you,
fault.
though. We were going to take you to the end with us.
We're going to take you.
Oh,
100%. You were not even in the plans anymore, bro.
It's not our fault that you're untrustworthy.
well, it's not my fault. He made a deal with Maggie. You know?
It's not my fault you threw the HOH competition and we could have got the end. If you would have got there with her or me, they would be voting on us.
You would have won
You
because they
understand
had the
that?
votes and they liked you.
No.
Yeah, you would have.
You think Maggie or April would have voted for me? No, it's
Over
just
me
how-
or her? Over her?
Or
Yeah.
Jennifer? No, April would have voted for you, hands down.
April and me.
April would
you
have
and
voted for
I.
you. Yes, April would have voted for you.
Do you understand? They had the numbers.
Howie,
But if
you would have
two
voted...
sides go to the
Howie?
end, they're voting on us.
Howie, you would have voted for... The only votes I would have gotten would have been, if I had gone with one of you guys, would have been Yvette. That's the only vote I would have gotten, because Rachel would have voted for one of you guys. Maggie would have voted for one of you guys because she hated me. Jennifer hated me. She would have voted for one of you guys. April would have voted for her, not for you. And Bo would have voted for you over me, and probably
You think
me
you would
over
have got there with
Jane.
that? You would have beat her?
If I got there with Yvette, the nerds had the numbers, and she would have beat me. Because it would have been hands down. They had.
So the
they
only
had,
shot you had was getting there with one of us.
The only shot I had was getting there with no one. I would have been second place regardless. By the votes. Count them out.
Depending on how things would have worked out, you can't say that things would have happened the same if you wouldn't have done that HOH competition, because one of the nerds would have been leaving, most likely Maggie.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe we would have probably took out Buster the next week.
No, because I was the only person that wanted Maggie. You guys didn't want Maggie because you had 4 opportunities to get rid of her, and you
You were
refused
the
to
HOH,
nominate
and
her.
then we would have put Maggie. You would have sent Maggie home? Was your HOH?
I know, and you guys would have probably voted out someone else. You guys refused to see that Maggie was a thing holding them together. Every time I brought it up, even your HOH, you wanted to get rid of Jennifer, who was not even a
You would've wanted
participant
that,
up until
It's
that
about
point.
revenge.
Exactly. It was all about revenge. Was my move maybe the smartest? No, but it was all about revenge. Your move to get rid of Jennifer...
Revenge feels better, I'm sorry.
It does. You know?
It's an emotional thing.
It's an emotion, and that's where people
So-
make mistakes, especially later on in the game, because
From
it's
start to
motivating.
finish, you just conceded that you lost us the game last year.
No, you lost us a game
Betraying
by
us early,
screwing up.
betraying us later.
There was no us after you put us up, Howie. There was no us. There was no us at all. You can't nominate me, then say you made a mistake and expect me to go back there when you just sent my partner.
Yeah, you're
home.
the one who even said so. We made a mistake. We'll move on. You said that.
Of course, I'm lying.
Yeah, but you needed us to get to the end.
I needed myself to get to the end.
The nerds were taking you out.
The nerds were taking me out, and you guys already nominated me. I got nominated by Kaser,
Maggie.
Howie. Hold on. I got nominated by Kaser, Howie, Maggie, and April. Twice by Sobs, twice by Nerds.
In case you're nominated before, he created the song.
Exactly.
Still.
And then, you had,
Howie,
you
yes,
no
sir.
longer had Sobs gunning for you, whereas you had two nerds coming
No,
after you.
I had
Yeah,
Sobs.
we were not gunning for you. We would not have put
the
you
only
up.
time I didn't have Sobs gunning for me was when Rachel told Kaser, every time you have a plan, one of our team goes home. You guys were gunning for me. I've watched
You done?
plenty of feeds where you were sitting there screaming in
You
the
done?
bathroom,
Yeah.
cursing me out about how you wanted to put me up. The only reason you didn't put me up is because Rachel talked sense into you. That's why you stopped gunning for me, because you guys at no point ever thought that numbers mattered in that game. You didn't realize it. Once you gave the numbers to
Well,
the
then you gave the
Nerds,
numbers back to the nerds later, too.
there were two different teams than myself at that point. The moment you nominated me, there was
Well,
no
if you wouldn't have
loyalty.
lied so much, we never would have done any of that.
Everyone lied in that game.
Not like you.
Well, tough. You guys, if you guys would have realized numbers, it would never
Okay,
have
well,
happened.
when someone lies as much as you do, it's hard to trust you.
Well, the thing is, oh really? You trusted April, the same one who lied about your boyfriend being
What
a
did I?
sexual molester?
When did I trust April?
Because April's the one that came to you guys with all the information about
All
me.
right, let's move on to BB7. We'll talk about this next
No,
time.
seriously, you guys were scared, and that's why you went after me. You didn't think to one time think, wow, could April be lying? This is the same person that lied about your friend and her boyfriend at the
Break it
time,
down to
Michael.
individuality. If I think you're coming after me, I have to do something about it.
And April wasn't coming after you? You have to break it down to the worst of...
She sucked too bad to waste an HOH on.
But she won one.
I can't even drink any more wine and stuff any more food in my face. I'm
I
done.
feel like a fat bastard.
I wish I was bulimic.
No, you don't. Then you look
No,
at
that's
Marcellus.
disgusting.
Listen, but you went after Jennifer for revenge. I let Bo win that for revenge. We all make stupid moves, you know? Because you do it for revenge. You know what I mean? At no point was I going to help the same person that put my season, and ended my season.
You ended
and-
it for us right there.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
no,
did. Yes,
there
you
were
did.
numbers
Yeah, you
going
did.
into week
No,
5.
you ended it right there.
Howie, use your common sense now. You made a deal with Maggie. You told Maggie to nominate me and Kaser. She nominates me and Kaser. You promised her a week of safety. You give her the week of safety. Why you didn't nominate another set of nerds is because you wanted me out of the house from week 2. You saw your opportunity. You made deals with the house for 3 weeks of safety, which
You want to
meant...
believe that? You and your Kool-Aid co-followers, that's
Howie, I watched it.
No.
You made a deal for 3 weeks of safety, you and Rachel.
The only
That
time I
meant
was going to
me,
come after
Howie,
you is when the nerds were out of the house, but you
Howie?
betrayed us. You came after us. Right, Jenny?
No, I never came after you. Don't look for her for support. I never came after
Jenny,
you.
tell them.
When?
You swore on the treadmill, so I came after you.
You asked for 3 weeks of safety. That meant James,
Rachel
Sarah,
did.
and Janelle. That's your partner. You're
That's what she
responsible
was
for your
saying.
partner.
Dude, that's not a reality.
Well, how comes my lie is a reality, but your lies are not lies? No. If you're going to take mine at face value, you have to take yours at face value. Correct?
Actions speak louder than words.
Exactly. You nominated me. I didn't nominate you. We all fucked up, and for some reason, I still like you guys.
Thanks, man. I love you too.
Yeah, I know. I love you more.
Thanks.